Hey folks, I'm Serving Glory and welcome to part 10 of my campaign in Graviteam Tactics Beyond the Luga Line. This is the Peleshi campaign, playing as the Germans, the 1st Panzer Division. So we're advancing from the River Luga and we're heading for Leningrad ultimately, but our objectives are Gankovo, which is up here, and Izvoz, which is up here. So things are going steadily, shall we say, just now, making slow progress. And I'm thinking what I would like to do is try and really punch through in this direction. See what they've got in the rear area, but if we can punch through there and then head for Izvoz and then head down to Gankovo, that would be ideal. Or if there's a lot being held in reserve here, then we'll just try and encircle the two flanks and see if we can make some quicker progress that way. But anyway, we're at the end of turn 3, so let's see what happens in the end turn. Right. So we've got ammo arrived, a bit of fuel, we've got some repairs, which is good. We've got some completely disabled tanks, but hopefully that's given us a few back. Defeated 19 platoons, retreated 3. Right, so historically, it looks like the main advance was on Gankovo via Peleshi. We're making slow enough progress there. But yeah, of course, this is where there was Soviet counterattacks down here, so punching through there might not be possible if that's where their strength's going to be. Yeah, okay. And this is a bit slow going. This a reinforced company from the 1st Tank Regiment, the 1st Panzer Regiment. It's never really got going properly because some of the units, the engineers in particular, haven't turned up for the battles. Anyway, let's get rid of the briefing. Keeping an eye out yet for where the repairs happen. Our losses in some cases have been heavy in amongst the infantry. So I might need to look at pulling some of the forward units back. And we've got our first reinforcements arriving. Alright, so these are the areas obviously around here where the enemy's pulled back. But yeah, let's see, up here we've got 94 personnel, that's 113th, we've got 89 there, and 113 there, no, 107 there, sorry, 107, yeah, 89, and so we want these guys forward, let these guys recover a bit, 108 there, 101, these guys haven't been in the fight, they've 143. So they need to, I was trying to swing them in round behind the unit we attacked last time. So they'll need to, I think, bear the brunt of the action for now. Just try and push up through here. Our tanks, that's at full strength. Was that the 6th Company? They both lost a tank. You've lost probably 3 if you're counting. No, 2. No, 3, because there's a recce tank gone as well. Up here, you're still at full strength. Yep, so it looks like 2 Panzer IIIs there, and 1 Panzer II. Destroyed or out of action. That's full strength. Yeah, tanks here. That's 2 Panzer IIIs. So all in, it's not too bad, but then saying that, we're not really coming up against much in the way of anti-tank yet, and certainly not against any serious Soviet armour. So anyway, let's try and continue our advances. Really need these guys. Yeah, these guys are in the battle. I need them to move. Could you move to there? And push the tanks right through there. Let's see what you go against these guys, since they're not dug in. You stay there, you stay there. Okay. 286 Rifle Regiment. Yeah, so they're all in this position. Let's try and advance. Push you up to there. You in there. And down here is where we really need to make the progress, obviously. So, and I've forgotten already, who was it? The 6th company. You need to be held back for now. So you need really to get on the move. You need to be on the north side of the river, though. Well, saying that, you don't actually. I can change orders. Let's have you come up there. The tanks. Why can you not? Oh, you can move if we wanted you to. You advance to there. And let's try and push you right through there. Yeah, so you'll head up here. You're a bit behind everybody else. Let's have you march there instead. And you just fall into the rear. I think I'm going to move this HQ forward to there. Let's bring you up here. Right, 118th down here. I want you to lead that attack. You've got 101 personnel, you've got 108. Yeah, so we're just going to try and push through here. We've sort of got them on the ropes a wee bit. And the tanks. Yeah, the tanks come up here. If we try and push the tanks through, and cut them off from their field guns here. Right, so you're attacking there, you're trying to bypass, push through, move up. So I think that's everybody there done. We've got this motorcycle battalion now. Let's see if we can't maybe just move you up here. Yeah, we'll bring you forward anyway with HQ up to there. Right, 113th. So you would be supporting the, or maybe replacing the 2nd Battalion. So we'll bring you just up here-ish for now. This artillery, get you in there. And I'm tempted to throw these guys up towards Lipino because we're not making so much progress. But anyway, let's bring you forward for now, just up to here and here. Hopefully you will move. You're staying put. Yeah, you're moving, you're moving. You're coming over there. Yeah, that's what we want. We might be facing counterattacks here, so we'll just try and bolster our positions around here. If we can make a wee bit of headway, that's great. Right. But let's see, in terms of manpower, right, so this is the 1st Motorised Infantry Regiment, 2nd Battalion. So where are we at here? 2nd Battalion, is this the 1st Motorised? 113th Motorised. There we go. Right, yeah, so you've lost a platoon. Is there no reserve? Okay, what am I doing wrong? Why can I not bring in this platoon? Is it on the map already? Because what I wanted to do here was to bring in some machine guns. Optimal reinforcement strategies. I prefer doing my own thing. Let's come back out here. Yeah, so the 6th in particular I would want to bolster. So the 6th Company, nothing we can do there. Okay, we'll settle for that. See what happens. But let's get on to the next turn. Okay, so I've seen some disbandments going on up there, which is good. We are not attacking across there. The 173rd Rifle Regiment, 3rd and 5th Companies are attacking us. So we're just going to receive this attack. These guys, obviously part of a different battalion, will just sit across the river and defend, provide support in here. And then hopefully that means that these troops here can all sweep around against weaker units. And we've got our recce troops seem to have made it forward. Our engineers have managed to move. So see how that goes there. Well, it doesn't look like there's an attack in here. It might still come, but there were some disbandments happened in there. So it might have been better to have been a bit more aggressive and pushed forward. Anyway, so So, in this video, no, let's actually come in here. I'm not going to spend too long on the deployment phase, but we'll have a look at the map here, and then I'll complete the deployment off camera and pick up the battle in the second video as usual. Okay, so where's our bearings? Yeah, so where are they attacking? Alright, yeah, so here's the river. So we've got our tanks and our, I think this is 113th, is it? 113th, yeah, over there. So this is their main attack. I was just wondering what's coming down here. They had some field guns up around here, I think. So I don't know what was north of Peleshi. But anyway, so we need to primarily defend around this area, south of the river Peleda. And we've got plenty of tanks, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. A nice big patch of open ground for them to cross. Yeah, plenty of open ground up around Peleshi as well. Okay, so I think we'll have the tanks start around here behind the ridge line, and they can move up once we've got some targets for them. And from back here, they would also be able to protect this farmstead. We don't have a huge amount of infantry over here. Loterer. You've got just below half strength. Platoon there. You're slightly better. Baber, do you have ammo? You don't. Oh well. Sit back and watch. Hohenberg, you've got ammo, it looks like. Yeah, you got 71 high X and 7 smoke. You got 69 high X, so that's okay. This is problematic though, and I always put units on to conserve ammo. Doesn't seem to make much of a difference. Anyway. So I think we'll have the infantry probably set up back here. We'll let them advance through the woods there if they want to. And up here, yeah, so these tanks will just maybe position back around here. Obviously can't see beyond that ridge line there, so they're not going to play much part in that battle. Tanks here therefore will be primarily defending against anything that moves across there. And Rudel, yeah, I'm really trying to stay within the order of battle here. So Rudel's part of the 2nd Battalion of the 113th. They're operating over in the, I don't remember, is this the eastern side of the river, northeastern side of the river? So they should really stay back here. I suppose it's potential for Soviets to advance from this area. Yeah, so they're going to just be based in that woods somewhere. They're not going to defend over this side. So, yeah, let's get Kruger, get your tanks up here. And I think we just won't start them too far forward. We can't... Oh, you've arrived. Yeah, okay. So you were on the move when this attack happened. That's not so good then. Means we need to try and get you across this little stream down here. Or is it a gully? Right, so you're on the march. How about you? You're actually okay, you can be positioned. So if we stick you in there, and then check lines of sight. Yeah. You're not so good. Actually, that's not good at all. So if I put you down here instead, I'm just looking over to this area. Right, we'll settle for that. You guys. Sailor. You'll probably be a bit further forward. Yeah, that's not great at all. How about if you were down in here? Right, okay. Could set for something like this. But then, bearing in mind that this is where their field guns were, so I think it's 1927Ms, if I remember correctly from what we saw before. So they can be used as anti-tank guns. But we've got enough firepower there that we should be able to suppress them and avoid any serious problems. Yeah, okay. No, stay facing that direction. Right, so that will be good enough for the tanks. Loterer, you've also arrived. Who's Heydrich? Heydrich, it's you. Yeah, we'll be pulling you back then. Well, this isn't too bad in here either. So Fritz, we'll have you make your way back up here. Vidal, yeah, you can pull back into here. Bieber, you'll be doing the same. So who's actually all up in here? Luterer, Hohenberg as our mortars. Well, that's fine. Right, that's okay. Rudel, yeah, you can be positioned. So we will just probably bring you up to support the tanks up here. Right. Okay. I suppose it makes sense when thinking about my troops over here. We're all attacking in this direction. So it's right that they are in arrived status, whereas these folks, they should be attacking as well, but for whatever reason, their attack's going in later. Okay, so let's... I'll get on with the deployment, and I'll bring you guys back for the battle.